Alright, welcome to the first episode of Pathways to Our Past, or PP for short. What we're going to be doing is we're going to check out sites that are significant to the history of our species or our planet, and then hit the highlights on the video and do a quick rundown of the history of each spot. And then at the very end we got a very special segment I'm quite excited about. So our first episode, we're here at Natural Bridge State Park in Sauk County, Wisconsin, just outside of Leland. Here with Travis, special guest today. But it's a very short walk to the bridge. There are 3.5 miles of total trail out here. One trail goes out to kind of a prairie grassland area. But this trail leads up to this bridge that's formed out of stone, and it's got a rock shelter that they found archaeological evidence of human habitation from Native Americans. Oh, and also along this trail we have these little signs that explain the medicinal uses of some of the local plant life, which is kind of interesting. Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. Also, during the show, typically we're going to hit nature sites for the most part, I'm thinking, because we like to get outdoors. But we will hit some man-made structures and stuff that have historical significance as well. Alright, so here we got a bit of the prairie. There is a trail that goes that way out into this prairie land out here, but we're going to walk up towards the bridge and the rock shelter. So here we've got one of those rock formations. These are pretty common in Sauk and Columbia County. They're typically, you can see these in that's part of the Baraboo Range. Look at that. Just like that, we're here. So this is the rock shelter part here, and then that up there is the bridge. So you got bridge, rock shelter. So, like I was saying, this is part of the Baraboo Range, and this is on the edge of a driftless area, so that means it's an unglaciated area. And then the Baraboo Range is a syncline in Sauk and Columbia County. A syncline is a geological fold that has the younger layers closer to the center. And these structures are some highly eroded Precambrian metamorphic rock. These are the outcrops of sandstone. And the very top of the arch up there is 35 feet above ground. The opening itself is 25 feet wide and 15 feet in height. This rock shelter is actually 60 feet wide. It's kind of hard to tell that because there's some overgrowth, and it actually goes 30 feet in. You're not supposed to go back there because a lot of people graffiti it like this. So please don't do that. Excavation of this site was first done in 1957, and Warren Whittree found remains of 50 vertebrate and 15 mollusk species here, and he found charred artifacts, charred remains that they dated to about 9 or 8,000 BC, making it the oldest documented site of human habitation in the upper Midwest. And they also found some other younger artifacts that were a couple thousand years younger, 6,000 to 7,000, or even younger actually. And they believe at first it was a hunting camp or a seasonal camp, and then it became a year-round dwelling. That's about it. So this is the rock shelter. Like I said, it was a very short walk up here we are going to walk up over to the overlook over here. So this, we probably covered what? Not even a quarter mile to get up to this rock shelter?
Yeah.
On the bridge. And you got a nice little jutting out rock formation here above Travis's head that you walk right by on the trail. That's pretty neat. So basically what they would do is they'd come under these rock shelters and then they would set up camp, and then since it overhangs, it can reflect heat from fires real nice and keep you warm and keep you out of the elements. Alright, so we're going to move on to the overlook. There's some more, if you can see them through the trees, they're connected to that rock overhang that I just showed you that I was standing under. Some of these rock formations get really tall. Alright, we got another interpretive sign. This one's about witch hazel. Everybody's favorite hazel. Over here we got a nice view of the autumn colors in Wisconsin. And a nice view of the awesome autumn plaid that Travis is wearing. I got a little bit too, but I don't have a sweet vest like he does. So now we're on what may or may not be an actual trail, but it comes up alongside another large rock formation, which is pretty neat. See up there?
Like it was once a trail.
Oh yeah. So we're on a former trail, derelict trail.
Used to be stairs.
Yep. Used to be stairs, but a little worn down now.
Oh shit.
But we found the overlook. And it's blocked off from this side. We just broke the rules. It's because we're rebels. So now that's your view. See out across, over into some bluffs. Stay on the trail. Alright, I think I found my favorite medicinal interpretive sign. Urinary system remedy. Juniper berries. Gotta get that terpenol. Juniper berries are actually pretty good. Just don't eat the dwarf juniper because you will die. It's also a laxative. Oh, ow! I just got stabbed. Back in there you can kind of see another little rock formation. Let's see if I can zoom it in. It's hidden away in the trees a little bit, but right back there's another one. Alright, now we're to the segment of the show that I'm really excited about. I like to call it the premium beer review because when you go get really, really cheap beer, a lot of the times they put things on the can or the box that hints at better quality or, you know, delusions of grandeur or something. They'll say things like America's premium lager or classic since 18 something, or the one we have today, Regal Brow, because when you drink it, you're basically royalty, and it's Regal Brow Premium Lager. Ayo. So me and Travis are going to try it, and we're going to see what we think of it.
No preservatives.
And it has no preservatives, no additives, no added flavors, and it's 5% alcohol. And we can thank Regal Brow Brewing Company in Monroe, Wisconsin. Cheers. do you think?
It's regal.
It's very regal. To me, it tastes kind of like if you took some old hops that had been already used to brew, let them go stale, make a tea out of it, and then add a little bit of soda water. Maybe with a little grainings from some rice you just made, because I mean, it is a Monroe beer. It tastes kind of like rice or corn or something like that. But I definitely feel like royalty when I drink it. What say you?
Yeah. Not bad.
So the other part of the premium beer review is I like to give a 6-pack review of the spot we visited. So I would say Natural Bridge State Park, I'd give it 4 Regal Browse out of the 6-pack. The trail's kind of short and not too difficult, so it's good for family. It's a nice little quick day hike. It's not even a day hike, it's a nice little quick jaunt, basically. But I'm always fascinated by sites that show evidence of Native American habitation, and then this being the oldest documented site of human habitation in the upper Midwest is really fascinating to me. So because of that, historically I'll give it a 6 out of 6 Regal Browse, but overall I'll give it a 4 out of 6. What do you give it?
Probably 3.5.
3.5. Who gets the other half beer? Alright, I think that's it for today. See you next time.